Hello, welcome to this live. This is a live where I tell you guys a little bit about my story. I tell you, oh my burn here, where I've been for the last few days, what's been going on, emotions. You know, we've done this before, and this is not one of these typical tarot channels where I shoot out readings, which I do quite a few readings, but when I was originally called to do this channel, this was a spiritual journey for me to use the gifts that I was given. And these are gifts that I'm still trying to understand. I'm still learning. I mean, there's new gifts that I keep receiving every day. And it's 12:12. Oh, it's 2:12. Oh my goodness. I've been seeing that number a lot. But let me put this on mute. Okay. So hello guys. If you guys know the last live I did when I told you a very significant story about myself and when I was going through, this is one of those situations again. So just letting you know, this is not tarot. This is me. Yeah, the number 12 is very significant to me. My son was born on December 20th, 2012, which is 12/20/2012, and he was born at 12:05. So that number is very significant to me, and it's actually part of the story because I've been seeing it everywhere. 12:12. I just saw 2:12. So thank you so much. I just wanted to make sure I looked cute, just in case I cried, because it's been a very emotional week. And like I was saying, going back, the reason I started this channel was just because I was led to do this. In meditation, my spirit guides told me that I was supposed to have an all Aries channel. Some of you know that I had a all signs channel before, and it wasn't right at the time. I just started a new one because I got the go ahead from my guides that, okay, you could start in all signs. But at the time it wasn't right. I had felt like I had such a connection to people who are going through the things that I was going through in life. And I noticed a lot of Aries, people were going through the same thing. And we all tend to go through the same thing, right? Whether you're an Aries or not, you just tend to connect to your soul tribe and kind of mirror each other. Right. So this is a story time, guys. So I'm just going to tell you now, I'm going to click off. You want to stay, you want to interact. I'm reading your comments. I'm seeing everything. And I'm going to take my time with this. So yeah, Khadijah, 17 is a very significant number in my life as well. I was born on the 17th. But yes, so where I was this weekend, I'm feeling like the Mercury I told somebody in a comment, Mercury retrograde is retrograding like it's never retrograded before. And I am feeling it. And like I said, even this, my intuition, I've always known it was something that I had, didn't know how to use it. Tarot is just one avenue that I am, learning how to really connect with my higher up and my spirit guides. And now I'm starting to see that there's other ways that I connect, and I'm still really feeling it all out. I had a reading scheduled for myself. I'm drinking coffee, so I know I shouldn't be drinking coffee. That mucus is about to start. I know I shouldn't be. But I had a reading scheduled for myself on Friday, which was from somebody who's very dear to me. We've formed a relationship now because she does readings for me all the time, and I'm just so connected to her. And I pray she starts her own channel one day. I hope she's watching this because she started following me. And I told you guys about her before, but I never mentioned her name. I'm not going to mention her name until I get permission to. Hopefully one day, like I said, she starts her own channel because she's very, very gifted as well. Well, I had a reading scheduled Friday. And the whole day I was so anxious. I don't even think I did the next 48, which most of you know, if you follow the channel, I usually do the next 48. I couldn't do it. Couldn't get out of this anxious energy. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if I was about to find something out. I didn't know. I thought it was my karmic ex who I recently found out is resurfacing, has not contacted me, but anytime he is near or about to come back, my energy is like he's the worst type of energy vampire. Just sucks my energy. Like there was no growth in my life when I was connected to him. So I can always kind of feel when he's thinking about me and he's about to pop up. And I still think he's about to pop up. But I'm more protected now and understanding that, that closing that cycle out. And she kind of helped me with that. Same way I help you guys. I need the same help as well. Well, I'll tell you a story. I was at Walmart. This was about 5, maybe 6 hours before my reading with her. And I hope I'm not jumping all over the place. I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot, as I do sit there by about 20 minutes. I don't know why I just sit there sometimes before I go in. Walmart is such an energy cluster. Ugh, I just got to bathe when I get out of there. But anyways, I was making my list and I looked up and I hope this makes sense. But I actually, if you guys watch my readings, I told you I've been seeing a lot of birds. A lot of birds have been coming to me. Unusual birds for the location that I'm in. So, I know there's been messages not clear on what they are. And I was sitting there and I looked up and I saw this big bird landed on my, the car right in front of me, a truck. And I mean, it was a huge bird. All those nasty birds that fly around Walmart, they're black ones. I'm assuming they're crows or whatever. I don't know. So this particular crow, I'm gonna call it a crow because that's what I thought it was at first, was huge. It was absolutely huge. I mean, it was massive. It was really big. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, the bird is blue. Like, I thought, I don't know if they come in multiple colors or not, but the bird was blue. And the wings were very iridescent blue. And I was like, oh my goodness, blue. And I kept saying it and I was like, oh my God, blue. So who's blue to me? Blue is, I have to tell you this, is a nickname that we called my child's father. And so that was like the first synchronicity. And just to stop the story here briefly, my child's father hasn't been in his life for years, probably about 8 years. He's gone. It's a very touchy subject. And I feel like I'm going to write a book one day. But he fled after he committed some crime. And it was, nothing to do with me, nothing I knew about, anything like that. So he's been a fugitive on the run. This is all knowledge, public knowledge. So I have a major story to tell someday and I'm going to write a book and it's in the works, but he's been gone for years. So no communication in that. And so I immediately thought of him and I felt like, okay, I'm like, well, what is it saying? And I have a gift, like many of us do, we just don't listen to it. I always know when someone is about to contact me, even my people who get readings from me, like who people get readings over and over again. I'm like, oh, this, person pops into my head. I'm like, oh, I know they're about to contact me for a reading. And sure enough, they do that same day or the next day. So when he came into my mind, because I don't really think about him too regularly, I had to shut that part out of my life, for obvious reasons and just, me being able to push forward as a single mother and be healthy for my son. And so I knew he came up. And so throughout the day, it just started. The synchronicities just started. Once I saw that blue bird, I was walking in Walmart and I saw this lady and she had blue nails because I was on my way to go get my nails done. I'm like, she had blue nails. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never got that color before. And, and then here it is, I get blue nails. I have no idea, why I got them. And, so just a long story short to move forward as we were going through the reading, and this is the only part I'm going to share of my reading, I asked her because she is a medium as well. And every time I get readings, I always ask about him just to see, and it's always the same thing. Oh yeah, he's there, he's alive. But this particular time, she said she didn't feel any life force and from him, which means that he's crossed over. And this is, my child's father. So it's still, even though we're not, in contact or haven't been, it's still a connection, a very spiritual connection. If you guys, once I tell you the full story some other time, very spiritual connection. He's an Aries. I'm an Aries, April 17th, me, he was born April 19th, and we had a Sagittarius, and my son's whole chart is Aries other than Sagittarius, which is crazy. But so yeah, she told me that he had passed on. And after that, and she told me maybe about 3 months ago. So a lot of you know that, my brother passed 3 months ago. And then I had an uncle, it's my dad's best friend, I consider him an uncle. He passed a few weeks ago. So it's 3 people in 3 months, right? 3 people, 3 months, 3 deaths. And so I've been seeing that number everywhere. And I'm just, I'm processing this part. But what this has opened up to me is that, that I have other gifts that I'm exploring, and I'm wanting to share this with you guys because this is truly a time for everyone, to be listening to the signs that we're getting, because a lot of you email me and tell me that you think you're intuitive, and you are, you really are. You're just not wanting to explore that, realm. You could be doing the same thing that I'm doing and probably even further. And, somebody asked me before if I picked up on my brother's death. And, and actually, after I got off the phone with her, I went into my own meditation. And because my child's father has been calling out to me and I've been shutting it down, and I didn't really know, because I didn't know what it was. But now looking back, hindsight, I see, and trying to track back when it was 3 months ago, same time my brother died. My brother passed away. My brother was murdered, for those of you who don't know, on October 25th. And I've kind of calculated back that my son's father was deceased literally probably within days of my brother. And that just what came to me through meditation. And I remember, if you guys go back to my videos, you don't have to, but October, I had a particular deck. I've only used this deck in October, and the cards kept coming out, and I knew what they were saying. But, I kind of put it as a different meaning because I didn't, not everybody it resonates as death. But this one particular card kept coming up, and I had to even look back at my videos this weekend to see it. And I was like, wow, things really do be right there in our face. And sometimes we don't look deep enough, or we just scratch the surface, right? And so that was a very significant month that I wasn't even, looking at all the signs. So this weekend, I kind of had to shut down. I know there's some people waiting for readings from me, and I'm rolling back up today. But I really had to, explore that side of me. And there was books that I even purchased months ago that I never even touched, right? And so now I'm kind of reading them, and my mind is blown away, literally blown away, at the ways that I'm being connected and communicated through. And I kind of just, shun it away. So, and that's just what I'm going through right now. If I'm not posting regularly or whatnot, it's very deep. It's very spiritual. And I'm going through a major transformation in myself. And I just wanted to talk about it first before I continue readings, because, my energy is pretty strong, and I want it to come through in that realm when I'm doing readings for the collective. But thank you. So like I said, if you're here with me this long, thank you so much for listening. But yeah, I've been seeing 3 a lot. I'm just reading back through the comments. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. So that's where I've been. And I will resume to post today. I've just been so emotional, and I had to let it out a little bit, without having to come on camera. And, I can't fake it. We're Aries. We don't really fake it. You guys would know something's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't hide my feelings or my emotions. They're just there. That's one blessing and curse with us. We show it, can't hide it. It's on our face. It's in our energy. So I just wanted to tell you guys what was going on. Thank you so much. It's a tricky situation, because it's like in the sense I've mourned him already. But now it's kind of like, now that I can feel his energy more than I've ever felt it now, it's a different type of mourning, I guess you can say. It's hard to explain. But yeah, and then my son, there's an element of my son too, which is something I don't want to touch on just yet, but yeah. So I just wanted to get on here and touch base with you guys and just let you know, if you're in the comments and you're waiting for a reading, you will be getting it soon. I'm reading your comments. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'll talk to you later and I'll see you soon. Bye.